For Henning Möbius, work means driving an off-road vehicle through this strip mine. He says there are worse jobs. He's a miner and can't imagine working anywhere except here in the Reichwalder brown coal region. He and his colleagues have gotten used to being very flexible with their work shifts. Demand is booming as a result of Germany's phase-out of nuclear power. These miners experience the effects of the change in policy firsthand. Their excavators and loaders are full. They work 3 shifts each day and bring up a total of 81,000 tons of brown coal.
We mine the coal right here and bring it up about 15 meters. Then it gets loaded in the excavators, then onto the loading boom and dumped onto the conveyor. And then it goes straight to the power plant.
The mine was shut down in 1999. But for the last 2 years, it's been operating at full speed, and Möbius has his hands full on the site. Every day, he has to go up to the conveyor bridge and make sure everything's running properly.
Achtung, Bahn 5 ist verriegelt, Bahn 5 ist verriegelt.
Workers here have to make sure the plant's loading belts and complex systems are in order. Many of the miners come from the Lausitz region, where coal is a way of life. 8,000 jobs here depend on mining.
We're here at the control station for the conveyor bridge. Powell here is the control operator. He has a very important job, coordinating the bridges and the loading traffic and how much weight moves through here.
The coal goes directly onto the conveyor belt and then travels 14 kilometers to the Boxberg power plant. This was once the biggest power plant in the former East Germany. Now it's owned by the Swedish power company Vattenfall. To keep up with increased demand, they've built a new power block. The engineers will soon mark a major milestone after 6 years of construction. A test run of the new boilers and turbines. Once the new block is up to speed, it'll generate electricity for 1 million households, starting here in the engine room at the heart of the power station. Tests will continue until autumn. Then the station will become part of the power network, after a total investment of €1 billion.
What's special here is that with this new block, we have a world-ranking level of efficiency, about 44%. And this block that we've just built will emit about 20% less CO2 than old brown coal plants.
Is 20% the best you can do with today's technology?
Yes, for the moment, that's what we can do.
Despite gains in efficiency, the power plant is one of Germany's largest emitters of CO2. And there are consequences locally that go beyond climate change. Many villages, such as Mulkwitz, have to make way for the mines. People like Elvira Lohr are losing their homes, which must be bulldozed away.
It's a terrible thought. Ever since we've been here, we've been improving the house. We redid the roof. We've never even finished. And now we have to start over again.
For Henning Möbius, the huge mine has its pros and cons, but he's a firm believer in coal and its future as a power source.
It's not dirty, there's nothing more beautiful.
But using it releases the most emissions.
But what alternative do we have? To be frank, I have to say, I'd rather produce emissions than radioactive waste.
For a true miner, brown coal is still the black gold of the Lausitz, a guarantee of jobs.